Today I'm gonna upload two videos about one about relationships and the other one about you know children and some things that I've witnessed and experienced myself. But the first one is about building a relationship and how it should work out, and some analogies. For example, when you're in a real relationship, a real committed relationship, not an open relationship, but a committed relationship, it needs to have a foundation, just like a house needs to have a foundation. It needs to that foundation needs to be trust and honesty, because without a foundation, even the house is going to crumble, and your relationship is going to crumble without trust and honesty. So that is definitely your foundation for your house. Then you need walls for your house, because you don't want everybody walking in and out your house. And people gonna throw shade at your house. People gonna just throw whatever they can at your house, whether it be people playing jokes, like kids throwing jokes and throwing crap on your house, or trying to get information out of you. It's just you need those walls. That those walls are your security. So as long as you have your walls, you're secure within your relationship. You're already off to a nice start. You need windows, because you need to be transparent with each other. You need to be able to see outside of your relationship. So when somebody's outside, not when I say outside of your relationship, I say you need to see when somebody's outside and they're by themselves. You need to know that ain't nothing going on. That's transparency right there. So trust, honesty, security, and transparency. You need a door, because you need an open line of communication. You need the open door policy. You need to be able to speak about any and everything. Now, don't be fixated with so much inside the house, because as long as these things are situated, whatever is inside the house, whether the living room is upstairs and the kitchen is by the front door and the patio is in the middle of the floor in the living room, no matter how you set it up, the house will never fall. It'll always be a functioning, committed, functioning relationship. And I'm sorry I'm comparing this to a house, but that's the best analogy I have. And then you have a roof. If you draw a house, you got 2 points that'll meet at the middle, and that's compromise, because any functioning relationship will have some compromise, and that's where you two meet. Now, it takes a special type of person to turn this house into a home. I mean, just because you have a house don't mean it's a home. I mean, because you can build a house, anybody can build a house. There's thousands of companies and there's thousands of people out here that'll build a house, but you can only build a home with someone special. When you have that special someone, you need to keep that, hold on to that. I have a friend now who's from the same area that I'm from. I'm in California now, and he lived in South Carolina. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he moved out here. It's him, his son, and his wife, and I give salutes to the man, because to me that's special. To be able to move across somewhere with your wife, that's major. There's my mom. She's stopping. I think she's coming over here. Yep. So I think that's major, to have such a bond that you can uproot yourself and move with that special someone. That takes a lot, especially. It takes a lot to uproot yourself, but to uproot your family, you have to have faith, trust. You have to have the perfect house to be able to uproot that and move it somewhere else where you pretty much know no one. And I have plenty of respect for people like that. And one day I will build that myself. I just don't plan on uprooting it until the uprooting is necessary. But I mean, as long as you have that thought process, and no relationship that you enter should ever be just for kicks and giggles or I don't think any relationship is temporary. If you get into a relationship to build a house and turn that house into a home, it's for keeps. And I got 2 years to give to anybody. 2 years. And I say 2 years because a lot of you feel like that's short, but I'm not. I'm about to stereotype here, but I'm not black on this instance, because black people will stay boyfriend and girlfriend and be common law marriage forever. Me, 2 years. 2 years is all you get. 6 months, a player's gonna play, a cheater's gonna cheat. What are you doing? What's this? Um, like, I didn't know what you were saying. Back to what I was saying. Uh, 2 years is what I have to give, and that's all I'm giving. Because in 6 months, player's gonna play, cheater's gonna cheat, hoe gonna be a hoe. And when I say hoe, I don't discriminate. A man can be a hoe just as well as a woman can be a hoe in my eyes. There's no such thing as a man is a pimp and a woman is a hoe. No, y'all both hoes. Um, After another 6 months, a year, you pretty much got a feel for this person. You kind of, they start to reveal their little nasty habits if they snore, because they done slept over at this point. They snore, they scratch their butt, whatever the case is. At a year and a half, you kind of got a feel for this person to enough to where you say, you know what, I love this person enough that I could see myself spending the rest of my life with this person, or this person kind of fucking crazy. I need to get away. Because any real relationship is going to last longer than that. And anything that's not so real won't even make it a year and a half. And if it does, that's because, like I said in the previous video, you made a choice to play stupid and play fool for a year and a half, which is a long time to be playing fool for someone. At 2 year mark, I say at that point, either one of two things should happen. You should be proposed to, or there should be an engagement planned. I ain't going through the rest of my life jumping from house to house. That's not me. When I say house to house, I mean relationship to relationship. That it just ain't gonna happen. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'ma still, window shop at other houses. Be like, man, that house looks really nice, you know what I'm saying? And when I say house, I'm talking about women. So I'm still window shop, but ain't nothing going on. Ain't no real shopping. I ain't gonna go purchase nothing. No merchandise. Merchandise has already been purchased, and it expires when either one, we're done, or two, we're married. Because that means you're dead. You're dead. You're done. There's no divorcing me. I took a vow before God and a bunch of family members, most of which I probably don't like, that I was going to stay with you till death do us part, sickness and health, better or worse. That's a major commitment to make before God and a bunch of people, and then divorce you. No, you're stuck with me. I hate to sound crazy, but no, marriage is too serious for me to say I would divorce you. No, I'm not divorced. I wouldn't even marry somebody I would think I would divorce. No, it ain't happening. You're stuck. There's no cheating. There's no dishonesty. We built the house. We turned this house into a home. You're stuck. I'm stuck. There's no prenup, because prenup ain't nothing but a backup plan. Because a prenup is a backup plan to say, hey, if we don't make it. No, it ain't no if. We making it. And when we die, we might not be buried next to each other, because I ain't with all that. But when we die, we dying together. Just like them old white people or those old black people that be dying minutes apart that you be hearing about in TV and on the news, and they died, and then you hear them on YouTube. Look it up. Old couple dies 5 minutes apart. Yeah, that's gonna be me and my wife right there. So we dying. We're gonna die together. And even if you die before me, that's just because death did us part. So, but that's my video on marriage and relationships. I mean, whatever relationship you get into, honestly, you just need to have your house situated before you try to turn it into a home. If you ain't got your house situated, you'll never have a home. And if you play fool for somebody, you ain't got a house in the first place. You just got outside. That's the single life.